to order. Can we have a roll call?
Yes. Chairman Long.
Here.
Commissioner Cordes.
Here.
Commissioner Fortney.
Here.
Commissioner Monahan.
Here.
Commissioner Patel.
Here.
And Commissioner Smedley.
Here.
Commissioner Newton is absent. And ex officio Gitling.
Here.
All right. Chairman, you have a quorum.
All right. I don't see anybody here from the public for the public comments.
Nope.
So we just need approval of the previous minutes for November's meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
I'll second that motion.
All right. You have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, please respond by saying aye. All opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Thank you.
All right, discussion concerning holiday ad campaign. I'm guessing that's what we have in front of us here.
That is, you've got a chart right here that shows November and December performance. I'll let Heath kind of run through the ads that he created, and then I'll kind of lead the giveaways. So Heath?
Okay, so the November ad, your top number is how many it reached, 105,311, and we spent just a little under $1,500. There were 4,500 clicks at 33 cents a click, and that ran for 3.5 weeks. And then the December ad ran, it ended Saturday, the night of the Territorial Walk. Same amount of money, but it did better. It reached 122,000, and the clicks were 45 cents per click with 3,300 clicks on those.
So and those clicks were going straight to the Territorial Christmas website, is that right?
Yeah, well, there was there was 4 ads. There was Territorial Christmas, the Pollard, and then it took them to the CVB website also.
Okay.
So
Heath and I were talking a little bit about, we shaved off a week and a half on that December ad and still covered a little bit more. I think that what we just saw was condensing it. We were spending more in a short period of time, and it really just kind of beefed up what we were able to do. So I think that can kind of explain it. But I think really, really good traction. Before we dive into the giveaways, does anyone have any questions about what they're seeing on the November and December ads? So 227,000 impressions that were made, over about 7,000 clicks on that website, divided between the 4 links. And so the 33 and 45 we could get lower, but I think still, right pretty much where we wanted to be at the same time. So okay, I'm going to start the discussion on giveaways. And Heath will kind of fill in a little bit of details about what we did, but the giveaways I thought were really, really successful. And so this is kind of the action campaign that we did, and we budgeted $200 for this. The first one, Heath, correct me if I'm wrong, we just had them tag 3 friends and like the post, is that right?
yes.
Okay, so we had 12,000, about
Are you sure it wasn't a
13,000.
share? Because we got I think there was a share. They had to share.
Share it.
Thank you.
Not
I know
on-
that we
not on the
asked them to
first
share
one.
on the second one.
On the first one was just liked and tagged 3 friends.
Okay.
So like the post, tag 3 friends. That was 13,000. That was the Pollard.
That was Pollard, Ricks, and Stables.
Okay, and the reason that we added the third one in there was Pollard refused our money basically,
Yeah.
and really just wanted to join in
They just
and
wanted
be a
the
part of this and make that
advertisement.
donation themselves. So 13,000 there.
And here, can I add real fast? Your
Yep.
numbers in the blue box, like the one says shared, that one had 77 shares, and then your bottom number, the 559, is how many comments. So with your tag 3 friends, 559 people tagged 3 people.
So for just equation's sake, we could say that the 559 comments, that'd be same as a click, really, because
Yeah.
we know that
Yeah.
they saw it or clicked on it, did something with it.
Are you doing the math on that?
Yeah.
What do we have? per click. We'll figure that out.
That was the week before Thanksgiving. First week we did it.
No, it would have been, here, I'll look, I
It
didn't
would
write
have
it.
been the 28th, right?
That should have been the week before Thanksgiving.
Because we
Yeah.
had our meeting and it was the very next,
Yeah, it was the next week we did it, so.
yeah. So,
Was the 28th the deadline that we announced? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we were
'cause it
in
would have been
we were in it for
Monday.
a week.
Yeah.
So we started that on the 21st, did the Thanksgiving. We did catch everything that, you're right, as far as I apologize for that. The next one, we had them,
They like the page, like the image, share and tag 3 friends, so we had them do a lot on that one.
we had them do a whole lot, and
But it's our
No,
it's our highest.
so
On the first week, it looks like it was about 3 cents
3 cents per
per
click.
conversion there.
Okay.
And that one, the second one was Stacy's Place in Hoboken.
Okay. 185 shares, 161 comments, 14,000 people reached. Week 3,
Was just tag 3 friends.
tag 3 friends, so 21 shares and 352 comments.
And that was the home tours and gauges.
Okay. And I thought it really, I think my favorite giveaway was when we finally decided to let them pick where they
Yeah,
wanted
the
the
last
gift
one.
card. And we actually did that drop off today to where someone chose Boutique 206 and we did a $25 Missy's coupon as well. So,
so does it post, I'm like, playing technical here, does it post who wins? I never see.
yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
We did, we edited the post, we made a comment in that post, and then we commented
Okay.
on the winner's post as
Okay.
well.
So I guess I just didn't
And then
see it.
we kept messaging them, trying to figure out how to coordinate the delivery and everything like that. So, I know Territorial Christmas was excited to be a part of the giveaways as far as the homes tour, and I think that they had a really successful event. I think that the last count that I heard from that group was about 420 tickets sold. So that's really exciting. That's great. So, and in that time that we started our ads and our giveaways and everything like that, the city page added 516 new likes. And so we built in our audience as well. So I'll tell you, we were at about 4,800 likes. I thought, man, a really successful Christmas would push us a little bit above 5,000, but to really clear that easily was exciting for me. So 516 new built-in audience members every single time that we post. So questions about ad campaigns, giveaways?
Well, so we budgeted $200 for the full thing. So,
Right.
so I just took 200 and I took all of these numbers, and
Mhm.
then that's a total of 1,257 clicks essentially.
Okay.
So that's 16 cents a click. That's
That's
pretty damn.
That's
good.
where we wanted for the ad campaign.
Right.
So that's, I mean,
And Cody and I talked on the first giveaway that it was really doing better
right,
with no payment than our ads were with payment.
yeah.
So,
Well, that's what I'm saying, and it seems like, and I don't know, Jason, you can correct me. It seems like Facebook, the more paid per click you do, the more they charge you for those. Once you develop a pattern of what you're willing to pay, it seems like for what I do, it seems like they just continue to raise your reach or limit your reach.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
It depends on how well you're defining your target audience. If you leave it more broad, Facebook's AI is very good at finding people very cheap to engage.
Oh, and that,
But that's not necessarily. But that's not what we want. I mean, in my opinion.
But
if you're
it finds the people that are properly engaged if you just let it roam. If you limit down your target demographics, they aren't going to let you be disappointed. So it's going to start costing more because you're running out of people in your perceived target audiences.
Yeah. Well, here, if I see where we spent out of these 5.5 weeks, $3,000, where we spent 200. We
Yeah.
did. I mean, we might be better ahead if we just ran like, share, and tag campaigns every month.
Yeah.
I don't know that we need to do it every week. I think it would probably start to lose its,
Yeah.
I thought it was a good holiday addition to what we were
Yeah.
doing as far as the advertising. And what I liked about this last one is that we had those people kind of marketing on our behalf. We're just telling everyone and all their friends about the good stores that they like and they enjoy in Guthrie. So we saw a lot of Boutique 206, a lot of Rick's, Hoboken, Missy, Stables, and so those people were, telling all their friends the good products that we have here. So that's nice.
Yeah, because on the last one, they just had to tag one person and then list their store
Right.
on the last one. So,
That
But yeah.
second one, people had a hard time grasping exactly what we were asking them to do. So we tried to make it a little bit more complicated for round 3 and 4. But of the 185 shares, maybe 14 of them did it right, according to what we were asking for. So, but we made sure that someone who was awarded got it right.
Yeah.
So.
Now, it's the giveaway form for last week that led into,
And that was given out today. We announced that one at 11 a.m. this morning.
so I mean, I could see us doing these definitely before any event that we have, before 89ers. I mean, I think the month
I
leading
think-
up to
Yeah.
I think so. I
89ers,
think
if we
that's,
did them.
instead of doing it consistently, just right before an event, just push it.
But we've got art walks, spring and fall, we could do it before those. Could do it before art and wine, before any festival. If we were just made sure that we stayed focused on what those events were. And I'm not saying we still can't pay, but I don't know that we need to be paying $1,500 a month towards social media. If we can get that.
yeah.
What? Yeah. I mean, Smelly, what are your thoughts?
You get some butterfly effect from paid impressions to your other post. So it's possible that if we weren't doing the paid impressions on November and December, that we wouldn't see the numbers that we saw on the giveaways.
Okay. Do you think that we need to do $1,500 worth though? I mean, if we wanted to continue, I mean, we could always continue to do some type of boosted post, but I don't know if we need to spend.
Well, what if you boosted your giveaway post?
And those are definitely
You could do
options.
that too.
What we saw was in January we had a little bit of a hard time spending $1,500 in social posts, and we had a real hard time getting anything in print copy for something that would happen in January, just on the justification of the money that we were spending. So remember, we said, we're not going to spend $1,500 each month. We know that we're not, just because we don't have that kind of traction in January. But for the holiday season, we really wanted to make a good impression. And I will note that I saw multiple ads from the Territorial Christmas side that they did on their own with part of the money that we dedicated for them in the event support as well. But I saw 2 or 3 different sites that they had done something on their own, and so it was nice that they went and expanded their reach as well. So good partnership this year. And they should have their event summary and wrap-up report for you at the next meeting. They did a good job of reporting on that last year.
My recommendation on social media is to continue with the city making the decisions of how much to spend each month.
Oh, I don't think so. I think we can. I mean, it's our budget.
Well, I don't have a problem with up to $1,500 depending on the month. If we want to do it month by month, I think that'd be open for discussion.
I mean, I think we should direct that. I mean, I think that's what we're here for. Just to, honestly, I don't even know what we're going to be doing next month. Cody's not even here, so we have to somehow take it by the horns and make sure that we're directing it. I mean, unless you guys have a different idea.
But just because I'm not here, and I don't want to jump around too much, but just because I'm not here doesn't mean that it's not going to be looked after. I want to be very, very, very clear on that. You know, it's
Somebody's gonna-
definitely going to be falling on someone.
Sure. I mean, I don't necessarily think that it won't, but I mean, I think that it's our responsibility to help support that person. So, I don't know.
Do we have any
necessarily-
events in January?
None that I know of.
The way that timed event falls at the Lazy E, being one of the first weekends at the Lazy E in February, we start doing a lot of promotion for that event in late January, mid to late January.
Okay.
And timed event is one of the bigger events that Lazy E brings.
That's in March.
Each year.
That's first week in March.
Is it? We started promoting it in January.
Well, is there a calendar of events that we can use to?
Yeah, I mean, we do it on our website, we do it in the annual ones on the black copy, there you go. We have a list of those events that you can look for. Now, the one thing that we did say, that bottom left corner right
Yeah.
there, the one thing that we did say was that we didn't want to have to print out a completely different 2016, 27 dated calendar
This is
every
more
single
generic.
time.
Open
So
generic.
it is a little bit more
It is more
generic,
generic.
but we are driving them to our website to find out about those events as well. And so we always make sure that we're keeping up to date with the website as
And
well.
it shows nothing January, February, March,
January. Okay.
under the annual events.
My assumption was when that came out, that's when it started, in April or May, whenever the
Mhm.
first events
April.
were.
And I mean, a lot of that's just due to Oklahoma weather.
Yeah. Sure.
You know, we're not having block parties in February.
Yeah. Well, weren't we thinking of something in, like, what is it, doing Mardi Gras or something?
Now, there's an idea. There's an idea.
Would there be any interest to continuing the giveaways on a monthly basis?
I think that's a great idea. I mean,
could
just
pick a
take
I
topic
think
or
weekly
something.
will burn it out, but I don't know if monthly would.
Maybe, so like once a month we run it
Yeah.
for
A week.
5 to 10,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, probably 5 days.
okay. What would you guys think as a expenditure for that each month?
Well, when you spend $200 for
$50
4
a month
weeks.
right now, right? You spend $50
Yeah,
a
but if we're
month.
not gonna spend as much on the Facebook ads,
Yeah,
we can,
I think we get, I don't
Move
think
money around.
spending more on it would give us any more though. So I'd say just $50.
But just to keep it going more than anything
Yeah.
else, you know,
Yeah.
being
You know,
out there.
one thing that I wish we could have done, but it was just kind of outside the price range, is talk to some of these B&Bs about, can we buy a night from you? And
Well, I
so-
think we should do that for February for Valentine's
That's
Day.
right. I think
If we
that's a
wanted to
good idea.
promote that, we could promote a B&B and a Gage's gift certificate. I mean,
Give
a weekend
their-
in Guthrie for,
yeah.
I don't even know when Valentine's Day is, but I mean, if you could do.
I think it's on the 14th.
14th, I would say. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if it's a
Yeah, we
weekend,
leave it
or
there.
I don't know what Valentine's Day
It's
falls
a
on.
Tuesday, I think.
So, I mean, people,
Is that something, I guess what I'm trying to see is, I really wish we could have gotten the B&B's incorporated to this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Is there any way that you guys could support maybe doing 2 bed and breakfast giveaways for leading up to Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't want
Because
to,
it's gonna be at least probably $125 a night.
I would think so.
At least, plus $50.
Or if we
Dinner.
can, yeah, or if we can get B&B and the Pollard to kick in and do a night at the B&B and a show. I don't know what they got going in February.
I don't know either. I personally, I mean, if they want to donate, it's fine, but I personally feel like we should pay for it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't think we
in
should go
regards
to
to
a
the Pollard,
B&B.
that was a 20-minute conversation.
Yeah.
Into where we were saying, please,
Yeah.
please,
Yeah.
and it ended up being, we really just want to do this.
I mean, our downtown businesses, they're all hit up so much to
I know.
give, so I don't think we need to be another taker, we need to be a giver,
Right.
Well,
I
yeah.
agree.
so.
I agree with that.
I say we do something for,
So let's, we don't have it to vote on, but,
but can can we?
I guess we could put it
discussing
on next
can-
month's agenda for us to vote on doing the
Promotion
Valentine
item.
promotion items for the giveaway for.
It doesn't have to be over the Valentine's weekend that they come.
No, we could just
But
give it
if
away
they're
leading up to
Valentine's,
that.
Yeah, I think that's
Give it,
great.
you could do it the week before and give it away the Monday before. Did somebody look, is it on a Tuesday?
Yeah,
Well,
it's Tuesday.
Super Bowl's the 5th of February, that's all I know, so.
Yeah, no, it's Tuesday, 14th.
So you could do the drawing that Monday before Valentine's Day.
We could do a night at a bed and breakfast,
And dinner somewhere.
a dinner, gift certificate to Gage's, wherever I guess, and then Pollard tickets.
Okay.
So if we did 2 of those, I don't know what that would budget us, but
So I'm gonna go ahead and just write that in as an item for later on in the agenda for promotional items that you guys will see in January. So it's on your agenda to vote on that.
And I'll go ahead and get all those costs, so we'll have them at the next meeting.
how much do you want to do the gift certificates to Gage's for? 75, 100?
Oh, 2 people, you can eat for $25 a person. I
That's
don't think we
50.
wanna contribute to their bar tab.
No, but if you give them enough where they got a little bit left over, they might come back and eat again.
That's true, that's what I'm saying, if you.
So if you leave $10 on that card, they gotta come
I know,
back and use
well,
that
that's
$10.
true, but I can go there and eat for $20 myself, 2 people, $50.
52.50.
What about 75?
We'll knock
It's
that out in
Valentine's, you
January.
wanna get a glass of wine?
I know, I'm just saying, do we, okay, yeah, whatever.
We'll knock that out in
I'm
January.
fine with supporting it.
Huh?
I'm fine with supporting the bar tab.
Yeah,
I'm all for 75.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, dinner, you have dinner,
Dinner, a night stay, and then we're gonna try and line it up at the Pollard. I don't know their schedule off the top of my head.
They're showing fences, starts on Friday the 10th.
Probably the 10th. That works out well then.
heck, do you have like a honeymoon suite or anything? Do any of our hotels have like really nice?
Some of them do, some of them would do like a Valentine's package, you know, with hot tub, you know, rose pebbles, champagne and stuff like that.
Okay.
Hampton it might
We'll
have
include,
something.
we'll include
Well,
all
what
the
if we do,
hotels
what if we
as well.
do one bed and breakfast and one?
Yeah,
Hotel.
just find a
If we're
hotel,
gonna
and
do 2
whoever
of them.
has the best honeymoon suite,
All right, I'll find out.
rent it.
He's gonna have prices for you in January.
Okay. All right, discussion concerning staff transition.
All right, everyone got my email, I hope. I'm gonna be handing off the reins of CVB. My last day with the city of Guthrie is gonna be the 29th.
March?
of December. Insurance. Andrea Post is going to be kind of your staff liaison. I think that Heath is going to be maybe extending his employment with the city of Guthrie as well, under that reign. But talk with Andrea about ideas. She had an engagement tonight. Otherwise, she really wanted to be here. But she's going to be kind of your staff liaison, getting your agendas ready. She's going to be leading the meetings as you know, on the staff side and everything like that. So, and I'm going to be handing over these minutes to her tonight, just to kind of come through and make sure that she has everything ready, not just on the future items from tonight's discussion, but the future items regarding other marketing and advertising campaigns that we listed back in the November meeting as well. So she'll start to be gathering up that information and presenting it to you during the next meeting. And so that's, we're gonna try and have a January meeting. I'll tell you that the day of the month is a little bit different. The third Monday of January is a federal holiday, and so I think that we're pushing it back to the fourth Monday of January. I think that that's the 23rd. If I remember right.
Council approved that, I can't remember when it was.
I think it's January 23rd. So be looking for that. Andrea will be at that meeting in my place. I want to thank you guys. And for anyone watching, I haven't got to have a board meeting this month with Planning Commission, Historic Preservation, Board of Adjustment. Thank you to all of our volunteers. Thank you to City Council. It is a pleasure to work with you guys, and thank you for working with staff, working with council to make Guthrie a better community. So thank you for all your work, and I am so thrilled to have had this opportunity.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
All right, how about discussion for future items? We already got one of them out of the way.
I think that was a big one.
I guess, do we have a recap of what we're committed to for the next year in expenses?
Okay.
Or can we get a monthly recap of what the accounts look like? Because I've got, city council's got something on there in their budget for tomorrow night, the tapestry, someone for a banner sign.
Mm-hmm.
What was that for?
That came out of our fund balance from last year, and the Streets Committee made recommendation to update the banners, and so that's actually not hitting this year's account at all, but Kim Biggs, our interim city manager and our finance director, will take that out of the existing fund balance that rolled over from the previous fiscal year.
But it came out of Convention and Visitors Bureau.
It had extra money that we did not spend during the last fiscal year for
The
CBD.
flags for the poles, you know, the ones that say Guthrie that
The
are
long
old and
ones.
faded.
The long,
Oh.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, they're
one of the items we
very old.
discussed. They needed
They're going
replaced.
to be having a photo. There are 15 new designs. We're going to have 2 copies of each design. They're going to have a photo of a destination. We didn't do any businesses, just for obvious reasons, but destinations, you know, the Apothecary Gardens, the Masonic Temple. It's a destination more than a business for this purpose. We're going to be putting them all throughout town, making it a little bit of directional signage and tourism as well.
So you're gonna have to budget new paint on those poles while they're going up.
They are getting powder coated.
color-coded.
They're getting powder coated. So Maxine and her crew is working on that right now.
Perfect.
Yeah, we approved that last city council.
Good.
So we'll also have a monthly account recap along with November ads and promotional giveaway items for Valentine's Day.
And then is Andrea, not the, I mean, like we said, we're way out in front on 89ers. It's on them at this point to turn it in.
Yeah,
Okay.
89ers for anyone interested. 89ers submitted an application. There were about 4 different things that I thought needed to be clarified. For instance, one was what they were asking for. They gave us a range. I clarified, asked them for a number. Asked the Convention Visitors Bureau Board for a number, not a range. We wanted to see some results from last year's event that we did fund. Clarified a couple different things, and I think that they're planning to have that on the January agenda as well. They wanted it on December's, but they weren't able to get those updates made in time.
All right, sounds good.
If we're not meeting till the 4th Monday, February 14th, when are we wanting to do those? I guess we'll just do it the first 2 weeks leading up to Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I mean, I would say,
Is that something we need to vote on, or can staff take it upon themselves to appropriately use budget to?
We can do that. We can do a hybrid. We'll do a vote. But the that 4th Monday, it sounds kind of late in the month, but it's actually
really not.
pretty early. The 23rd, you still have enough time.
Okay.
So I'd like to see it on the agenda.
No, that's fine, I just,
But
Yeah, it was first.
yeah, you have, from the meeting, you have 2 weeks till Valentine's.
okay.
But so are we proposing we're gonna give it away on Monday the 13th then, or are we gonna propose that we're giving them away on Monday the 6th so that they can use them for Valentine's?
Or at least give them as a gift for Valentine's.
Yes.
Well, it's more about promotional visibility of our bed and breakfast industry.
Yeah.
I don't think when, you know,
Yeah.
as long as they get the parlor tickets used up and everything like
During
that,
the
then
show, okay.
it'll be good.
Okay.
So are we wanting to do the, like, one week, one another week, or do a giveaway, there's 2 giveaways for the week?
I kind of thought you would do 2 winners at one time.
Okay. So then run it for 2 weeks?
So we could run it the 24th through the 6th, I guess, or
Right.
whatever. Give it away then.
Yeah.
Till the last week of January, the first week of February. All right, any other discussion of future items? Staff comments.
Thank you guys so much. Again, thank you guys for what you do to support staff and city council and at large the community. Thank you guys very much.
And any board comments?
I've got a couple things. I had the opportunity to stop at the Texas-Oklahoma I-35 tourist rest stop, and was pleased. I went and asked the lady who was working at the desk, I said, can you give me any information about Guthrie? And she took me right there on the rack cards, so that was good. I think I gave you the rack cards that they had there for Guthrie and area. But what I don't know is what we have given the state to put out there
Those.
to compare. So they had everything out that we had given them.
That is a state-run organization. We send it to the distribution center, and if it's an information center, the state takes care of getting it there. The distribution center lets us know when they're a little bit low. We make an order. Sometimes, especially recently, we've had them shipped directly to the distribution center rather than us be middleman.
My question was, did we give them 8 cards and there were only 6 in the rack?
Oh, okay. We only gave them the black cover.
Oh, this, that's all we had?
And
Okay,
then
'cause they had
other
rack-
agencies will,
Okay.
I've
'Cause they had about 6.
often heard that the other people in town that will send them straight to the distribution center as well.
Oh, okay, I thought we were giving them a whole package. We were taking care of the bed and breakfast, the pollard, all of that. No, we leave that up to them.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what we want.
How much does it cost us for the distribution?
Oh,
Minimum?
pennies. I mean, for shipping and everything like that, they buy it at a bulk rate that we couldn't ever get it that cheap.
You know, again, my thought anyway is if we can do things in unison rather than doing things independently, maybe we can have it better, more cost effective and
Get
better
more stuff out
better
there.
organized. But anyway, I was pleased, number one, with the lady's response, and number two, with this, plus I think there were about 6 rack cards of Guthrie things that were there. So that was positive.
Sports museum usually.
I don't know, I just brought them all in, because I didn't know what to compare it with as to what I should expect.
Gotcha.
I didn't realize we only are responsible for this.
Yes.
Okay. I would suggest we maybe look at pulling all of that together and seeing if we couldn't orchestrate it under one umbrella. And I don't know, did the tourism survey get out during the Territorial Christmas weekends?
We handed out about, because Andrea actually helped me with Santa, and so she was excited that I had surveys and was handing them out. I think we had only handed out like about 50 though, both nights.
Sierra
So-
was also there on the
Was she
first
out?
night,
Okay.
passing out brochures, and I have
Okay.
not heard how many she was able to distribute.
Okay. But yeah, we handed them out during our Santa event, and I think we only handed out probably 50 or less, so.
Okay. Do we know how many we have handed out in total, Cody?
They sent us, how many do you have, because you got the remainder of the first box that we had, so how many do you think that you have right now?
I have no idea.
Maybe 300?
The bag's half full from what you gave me at.
What's the total?
The first box that we had was 1,000. The second box, I believe, was another 1,000. We haven't had that good of success rate getting them back, but
But I can count.
OSU was a little bit surprised on that, but to me, I'm not that surprised that we haven't had a huge success rate in getting responses whenever we're asking people to hold on to a hard copy.
How many
Oh,
do
okay,
they?
found it.
How many do they produce?
They've produced, I believe that second box
Have
matched
they-
the first one,
Have
so
they
2,000.
suggested doing it online, like SurveyMonkey or something?
And they are doing a little bit online as well.
Because people don't fill that stuff out anymore.
No.
I did, but generally speaking, people.
I know I've given out about 175 of them.
Okay.
And the bulk of that was when I did it at
Bluegrass.
Bluegrass.
I have some at my place, and they see the free coupon thing, they look at the coupon, and then they
Put it back.
sort of put it back. They're looking for something more to take with them, you know. They
It's a lot of
know
work
that later
for
in
them,
the
though.
time.
Is that something, is that a report that's coming to the CBB?
Well, we're not even halfway through with the surveying yet, and so, yeah, I mean, that will definitely come through the CBB when it's complete.
Is there a cutoff date?
They missed 89ers, so I know that we're gonna at least hit 89ers, and I don't think that they were at any of the block parties
Little
either.
bridges?
So, I know that they weren't at Little Bridges, so.
We're gonna try to get time to event then.
Timed event was identified as one of our annual events that they would contribute to.
So are they supposed to be coming out to do these?
No, we provide the staff support on it. They collect the surveys and monitor the data.
Okay.
So like during time events, we have a booth or something there, a CVB?
Well, and that's kind of changed a little bit. We have the ability to give handouts on the seats. And so, a couple of months ago, you heard Cheryl Paget, Councilwoman Paget, talk about, getting news out at the Lazy E, and so we've taken a more proactive approach in getting that news all throughout November and December. They were plugging Territorial Christmas and things going on for the holiday season in Downtown Guthrie. We gave them about an 8-line script of what we wanted them to follow through November and December as well. So we're trying to get more information out to the Lazy E. But their communication is, they're focused strictly on their events. So,
But is that something I could go to and stand somewhere and hand out surveys?
yep.
Okay. Do I gotta get permission where to stand or just stand somewhere
We'll
where I'm?
get you in touch with Todd.
Okay,
So
because I can do that.
we're still sorting through the transition plan.
I mean, because I can do that, that's easy, so.
Any other board comments? All right. Good. If not,
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
You have a contract pending on your head.
I guess we'll
Didn't you really?
motion to adjourn.
You're adjourned.